Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel Nandanavanam for another exciting episode of gardening. Let's dedicate today's episode to basil, more particularly Thai basil. Today we'll learn about how to plant, grow, and harvest Thai basil. Let's kick it off.
If you're here for the first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Pawan and I love to garden. As I garden, I make these episodes to help out aspiring gardeners take advantage of my experience. Please subscribe to the channel to learn great gardening tips, watch interesting harvest videos, and yum recipes with homegrown food. While today we are talking about Thai basil, basil is an herb that belongs to the mint family and is commonly referred to as the queen of the herbs. It comes in many types and they have been grown in different parts of the world for over 4,000 years. Throughout history, basil was believed to have almost magical powers, and considering the plethora of benefits packed in those green or purple leaves, it's not entirely a myth, is it? Basil is known for its medicinal, aromatic, culinary, therapeutic, and health benefits. Finally, this herb has religious significance in Hinduism, the Orthodox Church, ancient Egyptians, and in many civilizations around the world. While I cannot authentically speak about all parts of the world and its civilizations, I can certainly share about basil or holy basil and its religious significance in India. It's known as Tulasi in Telugu, my native language, and its most prominent forms are Vana Tulasi, Krishna Tulasi, Rama Tulasi, etc. As you can see in this picture, Indian households typically grow tulasi in a container referred to as tulasi kota, which is an integral part of Indian courtyards. Tulasi is believed to be a form of goddess Lakshmi and is worshipped as mother, and her presence in one's garden is believed to ward off negative energy from the home. Tulasi is also grown in every temple, especially the temples where Lord Vishnu is the presiding deity. Why? Well, there are a lot of reasons, amongst which the most practical one being people started their day with a visit to temple each day, every day, and these devotees and pilgrims who visit the temple were offered Tulasi Tirtham or the holy basil water, which is believed to ward off evil and keep them healthy with its medicinal properties. I vividly remember my trip to Vishnu Kanchi back in 2008, where huge Tulasi garlands were offered to Lord Vishnu, as it's believed that Lord Vishnu is fond of Tulasi, and the temple complex was filled with the sweet and magical aroma. And oh, by the way, Tulasi Tirtham has a mixed sweet and spicy flavor with a refreshing mint undertone. Back to Thai basil. I had the opportunity to taste Thai basil fried rice at a friend's place when we all met for a get together, and oh my god, I absolutely loved its flavor and aroma. I believe this was maybe back in December or so, and I decided two things. One, I should certainly make this dish at home. Two, I should also grow Thai basil in Nandanavanam and share my experience well with you all. So here we are. As basil is part of the mint family, I believe its stems can be planted to grow them. Although I have not practically tried it, so let's put a pin on it until I try it out. For now, let me share what I actually did. I have picked up a pack of Thai basil seeds and planted them. And yeah, I have planted the basil seeds in the same container as the beets, and they both turned out well. This is my first year growing basil in my garden, so I experimented planting basil seeds at different times of the season. And turns out the ideal time to plant these seeds is when the temperature is in the range of 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 to 21 degrees Celsius. When I planted the seeds in mid to late June, the results have turned out to be well. So for Seattleites, I recommend you do the same to get better results. Are you thinking about transplanting your basil plants and are not sure if you can? Well, you absolutely can do it. I have done it in my garden and they've turned out to be perfectly okay. It took about 2 weeks for the basil seeds to sprout and grow into seedlings, and then they grow into these small saplings in the next month. Although, even after I gave them fertilizer, they were not growing well, and I felt that they were not growing fast enough given they are competing with the beet plants, which are kind of more established. So I decided to transplant them into other larger container pots. 2 months after planting the seeds, of all the seeds I've planted, 4 of them survived and grew into these basil plants. One of them also started to develop buds, so I am eagerly awaiting for the basil flowers. Now let's turn our attention to this container. In this container, I have different types of plants. Here is carrot, it is growing under the soil. Then there is basil and methi. Between basil and carrot, they provide good shade, which is very useful for methi, so they can continue to grow and don't have to bear the heat of direct sun. Planting multiple vegetables and fruits in a same container or within the same garden bed or the same spot of your garden is very useful because these plants, they are very good to work with each other. As a concept, this is called multi-layer farming when it is done at a higher scale. But nevertheless, I can also try that in my garden, even if it is within the container, as you all saw. I highly encourage and recommend you all to try out this multi-layer farming, even within a single container or a garden bed in your garden. And if you do, let me know in the comment section how you've seen the differences and what do you think is working out in that sense. How beautiful do you all think are these flowers? Let's take a closer look. My bees certainly love them and they are very pretty in my opinion. I've decided to let this main stem of this particular plant to continue to grow and mature, and I'm hopeful to harvest seeds from these pots and use them to plant in the next season. For now, let me harvest the basil greens. Basil harvest should follow the exact same process of harvesting mint. When making the cuts, ensure that you are picking the stem a quarter inch above the spot at which these suckers are growing, and that will allow the plant to grow bushy and produce a ton of basil for months to come.
Oh my god, the aroma of Thai basil is amazing. Beside the culinary and medicinal benefit of this plant, just growing this plant in your backyard fills the space with aroma. So you should at least grow it for that purpose. But for now, let's keep going with the harvest. That's the harvest so far. Let's get to the next plant.
There you go, that is the bounty of freshly harvested Thai basil. It's a huge pot of basil and enough for a homemade batch of basil pesto. I know I owe you an episode on how to make basil pesto. Hang tight and I'll publish it shortly. Methi is perfectly ready for harvest too, so I decided to also harvest methi today. Stay tuned to Nandanavanam and please do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so you do not miss interesting episodes. Thank you all for being with me today. Hope this episode was informative and helpful. If you do like the video, please smash that thumbs up button. By doing it, YouTube will recommend my video to more viewers, and that is an easy way for you all to show your appreciation towards the channel and motivate me to continue posting these episodes. Happy gardening. This is Pawan signing off until the next video. You all have fun growing and spending time in your garden.